Howdy folks, and welcome to the Hillbilly Kitchen. Today we're making creamy pasta chicken pot pie. Now this is a 30-minute one pot meal. You can get it on the table really quick and it's not going to break the budget. Perfect for those busy weeknights. Before we get started, I want to take just a minute to ask you to please click like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, leave us a comment, just say howdy so we know you're out there watching. And share our videos with your friends. It would really mean a lot to me personally, and it would mean a lot for the channel's growth. Thank you so much. Now, we're making chicken pot pie basically, but we're doing it in a pot, and we're doing pasta instead of the traditional crust. But it's easy and it's quick, and sometimes we need easy and quick. We of course need a couple of cups of chicken, and I happen to have some canned chicken that I needed to use, so I'm going to use that. You need 4 cups of liquid. You either need broth or bouillon and water or something, but you have to have 4 cups of liquid. You need 8 ounces of pasta. Any pasta will work, and I had this rainbow stuff here already open, so I'm going to use it. You can use shells, you can use egg noodles, you can even use elbow macaroni, just whatever you've got. You need 4 cups of vegetables. Peas and carrots are traditionally in chicken pot pie, but so are potatoes. We're using the pasta instead of that, so I'm going to add some corn to mine just to give it a lot of color. I'm draining my corn. You can use all canned, you can use all fresh, you can use all frozen, you can use whatever kind of vegetables you want, but this is quick and this is what I had. And then you need about half a cup of milk because we're going to make it creamy. And a little something to season it with, whatever basic spices you like. And you could cut up a fresh onion and throw in this if you want to, but I'm just going to use a little onion powder and probably some pepper. I'm not going to add salt because I'm going to use this better than bouillon. You can, like I said, bouillon cubes are water, but whether you're using the bouillon or the broth, it's going to have salt in it. So you're going to want to taste it and add salt very carefully. So anyway, we're going to start by kind of enhancing our flavor a little bit. And if you happen to not have any pre-cooked chicken, whether it's like leftover baked chicken or part of a deli roasted chicken or canned chicken, if you've got fresh chicken, just throw it in here, dice it up, throw it in here and saute it for about 20 minutes, maybe not even that long, 10 minutes if you dice it up small. Saute it for like 10 minutes and then start adding everything else. And it'll come out just fine. So even if you're starting with raw chicken, it's only going to add about 10 minutes to this. And you can skip this step here and you can literally make this in the time it takes to boil water and cook your pasta. This says it cooks in 9 minutes. So we could have this on the table in 12 minutes if we were really in a hurry. But what I'm doing is I'm preheating my pan. And I'm just using, I don't know, maybe a couple of tablespoons of butter. And I'm coating my pan with that just to kind of keep stuff from sticking. I do recommend a Dutch oven for this, not a regular skillet, because if you use a regular skillet, it's going to make a mess. If you let your pan, pot, skillet, whatever you're using, preheat, and then you add a little fat into it, whatever you're using to cook with, your food will not stick, and that will turn just about anything into an almost non-stick cooking vessel. Okay, so what I'm going to do, like I said, in order to enhance the flavor just a little bit, I'm going to put this butter in here, and you can totally skip this. If you had raw chicken or a fresh onion, put it in here now. And I'm going to kind of brown this onion powder just a little bit in that butter. And I'm also going to throw my chicken in there. And I started to drain this, and then I thought, why? What I will do is I will reduce my 4 cups over here, and I will add this to my liquid, however much I have left. I mostly drain that can. If you're using a deli chicken, or you're using canned chicken, or even if you're using leftover chicken that you cooked, baked chicken would work really well in this. You're probably going to have salt in that along with your broth, so be very careful adding salt to this. And like I said, you can skip this step, but if you're starting with raw chicken, this is exactly how you would do it. Just dice it up before you throw it in there, and that way it'll cook in just about 10 minutes. But browning that onion powder and letting this chicken cook for just a second in that butter is going to add a whole lot of flavor to it. And now I'm going to put some pepper in here. Now, y'all know that chicken pot pie has like a gravy in it, and I don't have anything out here to thicken with. That's because we're cooking our pasta in this pot. So the starch from the pasta is going to thicken it enough, because you don't really want it super thick, and we're going to cook up most of the liquid anyway. Now, if you've got time, let this kind of brown. If it's raw chicken, you're definitely going to want to let it brown, but let it cook for 5 or 10 minutes. And after 5 or 10 minutes, it will be sort of kind of starting to get brown. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add everything else except for our cream to the pot. So we want about 4 cups of liquid. And like I said, I'm not going to quite use all this because I'm going to use what was in the cans over here. That's about enough. And we want to bring this, though, all the way to a boil before we add our pasta to it. Because if you add the pasta to it before it's boiling, it's just not going to cook quite right. You're never going to quite get the texture you want in the pasta. And I know some people do that, but I always let mine come to a boil. Okay, and I'm going to use the Better Than bouillon instead of bouillon cubes, but because we had the 4 cups of liquid, you want about 4 teaspoons of this, or 4 cubes. Okay. All right, that ought to be enough. If you're on a tight budget, these things would be your best friend. Get you some and keep them. Anytime you have a recipe that calls for chicken stock, you can just use those. And they're much cheaper. And that's what, you know, our grandmas and our mamas and our aunts and everybody else used. It'll get you by in a pinch. I'm going to go ahead and add my vegetables because, like I said, I want everything boiling before I add my pasta to this. That's going to be so pretty with the green and the orange and the yellow kind of fall. Perfect for this time of year. Put your lid on. It'll boil quicker. Okay, we've kind of got a boil now. It's not a super rolling boil, which normally I'd wait a little while longer, but we're trying to get dinner on the table, right? Go ahead and add your pasta, 8 ounces uncooked, which is about half a box of whatever. I mean, normally it comes in 1 pound boxes, and any pasta you've got will work. No need to get something special. And set a timer for however long your pasta says to cook it for. And I said, this is 9 minutes. So our dinner's going to be ready in about 9 minutes. Well, we'll have to have another minute after we add our half and half to it. You do want to stir this while your pasta is cooking, you know, like you would anytime you're cooking pasta. This would be a really good recipe to hang on to use up some of that leftover turkey after Thanksgiving, because you could certainly use leftover turkey in here instead of the chicken. So keep this one in mind for after Thanksgiving, even if you don't need it right now. While our pasta's finishing up here, we got just a minute. And I want to share the verse that was on my calendar that my sweet sister Vanessa sent me this month. It is Psalm 19:14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength, my Redeemer. We should always strive so that our words are acceptable to the Lord. And we need to keep in mind that He knows our heart, and keep that acceptable to Him as well. Don't worry about what the world thinks of you. but worry about what your Savior thinks of you, your Redeemer, because He can see your heart and He does hear every word. So kind of keep that in mind, and it's a wonderful way to live our lives. If we keep that in mind, we are probably going to get along a whole lot better with everybody around us, because when we are acceptable in the Lord's sight, we are acceptable and generally pretty pleasant. Okay, our pasta only has about another minute, and you can see here that most of our liquid has been absorbed and everything is kind of getting a little bit thick. It's not super thick, but it very much, even before we add the milk, looks like the gravy that is in chicken pot pie. And the cool thing about cooking your pasta and your vegetables and everything in the broth or the bouillon, which we use better than bouillon this time, is that that flavor from whatever you're using actually gets into the pasta, and the pasta has that real chickeny flavor. Now you do want to test your pasta, whatever kind you're cooking. Dig you out a piece and taste it and make sure it's done before you add your milk. It shouldn't be crunchy anymore. You shouldn't have anything crunchy when you test it. If you do, let it cook just a little bit longer. Sometimes, for some reason, when you're cooking pasta in stuff like this and you have other stuff in it, it takes a little bit longer to cook it. I don't know why, but sometimes it does. So even if you set a timer and you're going by package directions, make sure you taste it before you add your cream, your half and half. Half and half is what we're using today. Milk, evaporated milk, powdered milk, whatever will work. Like I said, make substitutions in this. And my pasta is done. Be careful though, it is hot. And then just add in whatever kind of milk you're using. Of course, the more fat in your milk, the creamier this is going to be. So if you use heavy cream, it's going to be even creamier. You can add cheese to this, but chicken pot pie usually does not have cheese. You can also put a little cheese on the table. You could add a little sour cream in it to make it creamier. I mean, it is pretty creamy. It is definitely going to have a lot of that chicken flavor in it. And we're going to let this cook for just about another minute or two, which will also thicken it up just a little bit more. And then you want to let it sit for 5 minutes maybe before you serve it, which will also allow it to thicken up. Even though the only thing in here to thicken this with is the pasta starch, as it cools, it will get thicker. So let it sit just a minute, like turn it off and then call them and set the table, or set the table and call them and all that stuff. You've got time to do that while it cools down for just a minute and thickens up. And you can hear it maybe as I stir it. You can tell it's like thickening, and you can see the trail that my spoon's kind of leaving there. And that's what you want. And that is, I mean, just literally all there is to it in 30 minutes. Very little prep work if you've already got cooked chicken or leftover turkey. Dinner can be on the table. You can get on with homework and sports, whatever it is you've got to do that evening, all the extracurricular activities that I know come this time of year. And this really is a fairly inexpensive meal. Buy everything on sale. And if you're one of those folks that watched the last live stream and requested an emergency stove, how to do an emergency stove for when the power's out or whatever during storms, save some cans from when you're cooking. Just save a few cans, and we're going to do that video real soon. Thank you so very much for joining us again in the Hillbilly Kitchen. If you haven't already, please don't forget to click like and subscribe before you leave. Share this with your friends. And until next time, remember to put God first.